Hi, everybody. Hope you're all well and life is plodding forward for you. Today, I wanted to do a patriotic statement to you all. And I think it needs it in this country right now that we need to talk about it. You know, my wife and I, with 3 kids, emigrated here in 1978. And we came here with dreams and plans to make a tremendous life here. And I can't lie to you. Overall, that's exactly what it's been, a wonderful life, and certainly a life that I have never regretted making that decision to do. However, I want to say to all of you that we take this country for granted, and we take it for granted that this country will continue to be great forever, and it won't. It's changing. In fact, since we came here in 1970, this country has done almost a 180 in terms of what's going on. And I'll enlighten you. When we first came here, cars were huge. There were big gas hogs, big 8-cylinder engines, large, fancy schmancy cars. Why was that the case? Because the American people were so affluent that it wasn't relevant as to what kind of gas they sucked up in their cars and what kind of engines they put in them. Now, some of you will say, well, it's a good thing that's all gone. Well, I don't disagree with that, but that's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is the ability to have that freedom of choice. The freedom of choice that it's irrelevant if you buy a car with 8 cylinders or 4, it doesn't matter. The fact is you can buy it and run it and not worry about it. And I hate to say it, but for the most of the American public today, most of them couldn't even think about running a 8-cylinder car anymore because the cost of gasoline is so high. And from my point of view, I see that as a decline. When the freedom of choice to do that is gone, then it is a decline. And along with that, we came with the thought that the streets would be lined with gold, not literal, but figuratively speaking. And in the early days, it really was. I sold real estate and still do. And when I first came here, I made enough money in the first 3 months. I put enough deals together to make 3 years worth of English income. And that to me was streets lined with gold in a most literal sense, and a slightly different format, but it was true. As far as the people were concerned, I've always thought the American people were people who had a spirit of bravado, of self-worth, of pride in what the American system is all about. I hate to say it, but that's disappearing. And it's been disappearing quite steadily for quite a long time. And I've watched politically the country go to hell. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. What matters is that whoever you are, whatever your opinion, you're entitled to it. And you're entitled to say that you believe in this or you believe in that constitutionally. And you do not deserve to be insulted, offended, beaten up. You don't deserve that. And it's not right that other people should try to inflict the power of their opinion on somebody so unreasonably and unfairly. I think it's an important part of life, and we're all entitled to opinion, as I'm making an opinion today. And I'm certainly not opposed to somebody disagreeing with me. However, what I'm saying today is not insulting, it's not offensive, it's just simply a statement of how I perceive the American way. The American way for me was the draw for me was before I ever came here. I loved cowboy films. Cowboy films were America. These guys were free spirits. They roamed the land. They ran their own set of rules and they lived hard and straight. And to me, that was an admirable trait. And I think to the most part of that, when I came here, I was sort of half expecting that was what I was going to see. What didn't let me down was how truly magnificent the actual countryside is. America is a beautiful place. It's got so much diversity and so much wonderful experiences to be had. And to be honest, I at every opportunity take the moment to go and enjoy the wild lands of America in the desert and down by the Colorado River or wherever we're going, in the canyons, and just beautiful. And it's a magnificent place. A totally different environment to what we left in England, but equally deserving of credit. And having said that, the landscape has not changed a lot, other than the fact we never stopped building. But other than that, thank God there's enough land to take that and allow it to happen. But unfortunately, what goes with that, and this is really the downside of it, is when you build, and keep building, population keep growing, and with that, you get all kinds of people, some friendly and some not friendly, and some just basically good people and some not. And so we have a mixture of people. That's been around forever. But the truth is that these dense populations promulgate aggravation. And unfortunately, what we're seeing in our country today is a system of change. You see, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what gender you are, what kind of person you are. What matters is, are you a decent person? Are you a decent person with a good attitude to the rest of your fellow men? And the problem is that everybody seems to feel that they're downtrodden. And the time has come. If we want America to stay great and continue to stay great, we have to find a place of peace. Peace with fellow man, black man and white man, Chinese man and Indian man, no matter what. We have to find a place of peace. We can't carry the grudges of the past forward. You've got to bury the hatchet, and you've got to keep moving forward with a good spirit. My attitude is that if you go into a supermarket and you open the door for a lady or even for another gentleman and you hold it for them, it appears that they all appreciate that. I do it quite frequently, and I find people do appreciate it, and most of them say thank you. And you see, the thing is, I didn't say to them, are you a Democrat or a Republican? I just opened the door for them and held it for them. And that is the fundamental problem. Everybody has to kind of qualify what kind of beliefs they have before they make the decision to extend the hand of friendship. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. War is being brewed right now for the 2024 election. And that war is going to grow and grow and grow. And to be honest with you, it all hinges from our politicians. And I think what we need to do with politicians is to get rid of the whole damn lot and change the program. Change the program to we allow people to get voted into office, but to get voted in, the maximum that they can spend on an election is $1 million. $1 million, period. Everybody will cry, oh, we can't do it for that, can't do this, can't do that, can't do the other. But the truth is you can. And what it takes is somebody who can manage money well, who would qualify very nicely for running a country, and somebody who actually can speak in terms of genuinely good beliefs, because they would need every vote they could possibly get. And get rid of the each state has different numbers of voting seats and so on. That's BS. We have one vote, one person, no postal votes. They all vote one place in a box, in and under supervision. No other excuses. There's no cheating going on. You've got partisans from all politics overseeing the voting system, and you would have a fair system. The minute we allow mail votes, electronic votes, all the rest of it, there's potential for unfair end results. I know I'm very radical about this, but to be honest, I'm fed up with the crap. I do see how it can be crooked. I do see how it can be straight, and I can see all the different things. And then I watch the judicial system cowering to the masses, cowering to the powerful people, and doing things that they shouldn't do in terms of inducing politics into the judicial process. It's got to change. America is on a downhill slide, and it's on a very fast downhill slide. I remember years ago when you had presidents who, this is even before, we're talking back when we had just guys who came into office, did their job. People didn't like them, or they did like them, and that was perfectly normal. They'd finish their job and they'd go home. And to be honest with you, no matter what party they represented, that was a better choice of government. And I want to see a government without all this BS around it. If a senior court in the land makes a decision, it should be done without party bias. And I'm not against anybody, I'm just saying party bias is not the relevant issue to making a high court decision. So in other words, if they're Republican or they're Democrat or whatever they are, they need to make independent, good decisions based upon what's right for the people. And I don't live in a cuckoo land, but I do know that scrutiny has to be applied to make sure that that standard is maintained 100% by a independent overseeing body that ensures that kind of process takes place. If you can't have that, then you need to change the judicial system to different methods of making judicial decisions that are right or wrong. We can't live like this. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm saying to all of you, be nice, be kind, be pleasant to other people. Forget about what they believe. Just be nice, be pleasant, be polite. They're things that count. And what counts more than anything is that manners are not instilled in kids today.